because that's our genre. You know what I'm saying? And that was a milestone, a history making moment for us. And shout out to Will Smith because he won that year, but he also boycotted it. So he did not go to the Grammys. He was out there on the rooftop. I believe they were like either all in New York somewhere, but they were kind of on the rooftop filming their own like Grammy celebration. And they was like, we all winners out here. I remember this to this day. And it was all of them. Will Smith, Salt and Pepper, all of them. Big Daddy Kane, all of them were out there. And they had like their own Grammy watch party and was like, you know, celebrating Will Smith's win and celebrating the win for hip hop. I remember it. Okay. Now, you know, mama's a little older, so I ain't saying I'm remember verbatim, but I remember the time. Okay. So that coupled with what I know now, having been to the Grammys, you know, and having been through that whole process, I understand, you know, why. It's just so many categories. Something is going to be not televised, you know, but if you're there in the moment, I guess that's where you really appreciate it because you're only seeing a fourth, a third of what really takes place on the actual show. So yeah, so I remember when they boycotted that. That was just a fun fact there.
Everywhere else in the music industry, Robin.
I think people forget just how they broke into the scene and they just took over. But you know, I did have a little fun. I did have a little fun with them. I had to ask them this question. Just give me a little something, something. What do you got?
All right, here we go.
Okay.
Okay, here I go again, girls. What's my weakness?
Men. Okay,
Pizza.
then.
It ain't men no more. That is
Alright.
I was.
Let me go back and see what they
girls, what's
said.
my weakness? Pizza.
I know that's right. I know that's right. But and look how she pointed at her like pizza, so they must be trying to get back on track. Now, I seen them live recently. If you get an opportunity to see Salt and Pepper on tour, please do so. You know, because as an artist, I'm here to tell you, people think like, oh, I played your song one good time. You know, that's literally like 1 cent. People will see your stuff and see the work you put into it and believe like, oh, you're rich because it looks so great. It sounds great. You have to be rich. But they don't see the blood, sweat, and tears that you put into this, the discipline you have to put into it. You know what I'm saying? So even with her joking about pizza, you know, you could see, look at Peppa. Peppa Slim. Salt was always the baddie. She was always the baddie. She's still beautiful. But they probably are going back out on tour. That's why she was like, pizza, that's my weakness. Because she got to get back on track.